Warming up with Morby. Good morning, everyone. How's your morning going so far? Is it raining at your end? It's raining at mine. All right, so um, this is the illustration we've been doing so far, right? So hopefully in the next one, I'm going to try to tighten up this piece some more. Oops. Uh, okay. You just draw for portfolio six, or do you just sorry, let me take that again. Let me be sure we are live on YouTube and everything so that they get the question too. These questions are for everybody. Awesome. Okay, YouTube folks, I'm with you currently. We'll have to do without Facebook today. Yeah. So YouTube, I'm so sorry for all the interruptions. I'm with you now. Yeah, so Vicky says you just draw for portfolio six or just to learn or for contracts. Um a little bit of everything you said. Yeah, so um most times when the primary goal is to learn, right? But when you are learning, you need a reason to learn. Okay, so what is the learning for? You understand? So one of the things the learning could be for is obviously for what you call contracts, which is projects, work, clients work. Getting better. Maybe you are drawing a character that is a knight, you understand? Maybe you want to now learn how to paint mentals because you are going to have to draw that character for your clients, right? But beyond that, I think it's best to create, as it were, a portfolio project for yourself so that your learning has a direction, right? So one of the things I know I used to do, even in secondary school, which is high school here in Nigeria, is that I used to create my own comic books. I'm not sure if you did that. So having that right as a project that I created for myself was a kind of a motivation to keep practicing, keep drawing, understand? So that you're not just doing studies for the sake of studies. You're doing studies because you're like, oh, let me take note of this thing I'm studying because I will need it in so project that I plan to do or I'm currently doing. You understand? So for me, all these pieces I'm using this time for, this is a portfolio piece. This is going to be on the portfolio. So that's why I'm taking time on it, right? Of course, these aren't portfolio pieces. These are now practices. You understand? So yeah, so that's the idea of it. It's a healthy balance of learning and work stuff. Understand? You get the reference for this one. Golden concepts. Good morning, Dex Arts. Good morning to you. It's morning here, so I'm assuming it's morning for you. So if I'm wrong, just correct me. I'm in so part of the world and it's afternoon. Yes, VK. Glad to help. I don't think I see anything other than portrait arts in your work, VK. Is that a thing you just really like? Nothing wrong with portrait art, so my favorite, one of my all-time favorite art teachers, she's a portrait artist, so nothing wrong with that. Steve, good morning. Ilamonify, good morning. Says, yeah, I just like portraits. Trying to learn environments, but seems boring. Environment. I wouldn't say environment is boring though. I mean, I see a lot of artists make it look so interesting, so I wouldn't call it boring. Yeah, portraits are very interesting. You see people's faces every day, so and we read their faces, so it's understandable why most people jump into portraits. And it's the easiest thing to start learning. If you are an artist, and it's like the foundation. Once you can master it, um, you have a better chance at the other parts. Of course, many artists are taking different routes, so I just hope to be recognized at least with it. Yeah. As in, you want people to, when they think of, oh, do you know VK? Oh yeah, the guy that draws portraits. Is that what you are referring to? Snow Sketch Studios. Good morning, bro. It's been a long, long time since we've talked. Hope you're well. Recognized very well. Snow Sketch, good to hear that. Been preparing for a wedding. Snow Sketch. That's nice to hear. Is it happening this weekend? Going to the very, very subtle areas. So at all these points, my my brush opacity has to be very low and soft, and my eyes have to be very sensitive to what my reference is showing me. Oops. Okay. Saving. Okay. There we go. Wedding is on the 1st of October. That's why I've been a bit AWOL. Okay. Good luck on the wedding, bro. Henry, welcome to the stream. Good morning. Okay. Let me get your question right, Vicky. Nice picture and color format. Thanks a lot, Henry. VK says, in your opinion, is it good to trace images for a sketch? So, for example, you are doing a portrait, and you want to get a sketch of the portrait, and you want to trace over that portrait, right? Well, it depends. These questions, like most times, I think the safest way to answer some of these questions is just to start with, it depends, okay? So, what is everyone going for with that portrait? You understand? So, for example, if it's a portrait where you absolutely have to nail the likeness, maybe it's a commission, you have to nail the likeness of the person you are painting, then I think tracing is in order if your skill level is not there yet. You understand? Maybe you've not yet mastered your skill, to get to the point where you know how to achieve likeness without tracing. Then, of course, it's a commission, right? But for an artist that is developing his skills, that wants to be the kind of person that can invent faces, especially someone doing art for maybe comics, concept art, games, and all that, you are going to have to invent faces a lot from different angles, right? So, being someone that relies on tracing is harmful to that goal. Okay, so that's what makes tracing not good, is that it makes you can't rely on your own skill. You understand? So so it just depends. It depends. So it depends on where am I trying to be? Am I trying to be an artist that can invent faces for concepts and all that, or am I trying to be an artist that is just a portrait artist and looking to be commissioned to do lifelike pictures of people? Golden concepts. Are you using a smudge brush to blend? No, no. I have a smudge brush I could use. Blend. Clip Studio has good blending brushes, right? But I want to achieve this it. But I want to achieve a certain kind of texture. So I'm using the brush I'm using to paint to just overlay strokes on top of it. So I'm avoiding the smudge brush because I don't want this painting to look smooth, basically. For other paintings of mine, like I think on this one, I use the smudge brush a lot because I'm going for a smooth, polished, what's it called, splash image type stuff. Understand? But for this one, I want it to feel raw, you know, based on the fact that it's a sketchbook and all that. Okay, let's give font to this noise. Let's zoom in a bit. I have to be careful because uh the reference doesn't give so much information here. So I'm kind of squinting and looking at the values. Clip Studio seems to be art-based than Photoshop. Photoshop is complex. Yeah. Um, Clip Studio is definitely tailored for artists, draftsmen, people that draw, people that paint. But Photoshop still has its usefulness that I've not been able to replace. So it depends on what you're working on. For example, I feel like if you are doing comic books and animation, 2D animation, Clip Studio is hands down the best. You know. But if you're now doing concept art, especially for films and games, then Photoshop has some powerful tools there. It's not so easy to manipulate photos and use photo textures on Clip. You know. Liz Agbola is here. Welcome, Liz. Good morning. Elijah, good morning. Good morning. At this point, I'm just filling all these detailed parts with shapes that I think are appealing. You know. It's not like I'm copying what I see in my reference. I'm just trying to make it appeal as best as I can. So, but yeah, YouTube folks, Instagram folks, yeah, I hope the view is good. Yeah, because I know we had that issue yesterday. I hope I'm not taking the drawing off the camera. Is it good for you? Akinwumi, good morning. Felba, good morning. I don't want to overdo this here. Yeah, good morning, bro. Have you started a YouTube channel? I've always had one, so I just revived it um, quite recently because of these live streams. So I've always had a YouTube. I've always had one. I think there's even old videos there with old attempts at doing speed paints and all that. So anyone that's interested can check it out. That was 2017-ish. Hi, Vishan. Good morning. Thanks so much. Thank you very much. Nice choice of early morning music. It reminds me of the coffee shops I usually frequent in Lagos. This kind of music they play. Okay, I think this is overkill at this point. So let me just do some finishing touches. I will pick a very saturated color, probably blue, because I want to give it a an effect like I drew it with color pencil. So I will use the saturated blue and give it some highlights. So let's try. Of course, all this will be done on a new layer, so that I don't destroy. It's easy to edit, basically. Clive Vision, good morning, Tony. Yeah, good morning, good morning. Okay, very tiny highlights. One thing I've noticed recently is I think, well, it's probably the tendency of every developing artist is to make your highlights as big as possible. So back in the days, my highlights would be like this big, right? So, but what I've learned is the smaller the highlights, the better, because it it communicates that there's a lot of fun, right? Um, it communicates that there's a build up, basically. Let me try to explain that properly, right? So if you put your highlights somewhere here, what you are telling your viewer is that there is a build up to this point where the light touches it, you know, right? But if your highlight is too gigantic, they don't feel that. Understand? So the smaller the highlight, the better, because it just shows them that there's more room for all the other values to shine. So let's get some more highlights. I think I've done blue enough, so let me do a saturated yellow. Just very random strokes. I just want to feel traditional. Um, if I alpha with Adobe Illustrator and that stuff, need something brighter. Oh, there you go. All of these are just stylistic choices. Nothing, there's nothing technical about them. But yeah, I think I'm satisfied with this sketch. Very satisfied as it were. I have a friend of mine to thank for encouraging me to finish off this one. Yeah. Yeah, the company that needed it was not ready to pay for it. Okay. Ayomide Bankole, good morning. So you're the one that encouraged me to continue with this girl's portrait. So we have you to thank. All right, so we have a few minutes to go, guys. So I think I don't see much artists in the comment section and all that. So I'm not sure I'm expecting so many questions. But what will happen is I will continue with the original piece here. Yeah, I'll continue with it a bit. But this one is definitely good to go then. All right, so let's continue with this one. Oh yeah, I was going to export the video. You plan on selling your artworks? Yes, yes. I plan to do prints. I'm working on that in the background. I've already started testing printers, so I'll announce that very soon. So I've already seen some prints of the artworks, and they are really nice. It looks better when it's actually printed and you can touch it. So yeah, I'll open that one up very soon. So when you guys want to fill up your walls with hobbies, humble artworks, I would appreciate all that support. The Morby collection. Yeah, hopefully we'll sell it, start gathering collections of Oh, this was the works in 2022, 2023, and all that. And all of you that knew me from the beginning will be like, yes, you that I saw it in seed form. But yeah, but thank you, sir. Okay, so this one was giving me issues, the drapery. So I'm going to try to develop that some more. Yeah, let's get it. Have you now been able to get your portfolio done? I remember we had a conversation about it at some point. Yes, I'm working on it in the background actually. So it's not just going to be a portfolio now. It should be like a full-blown website with store and everything. Paint the underneath first. Paint what is underneath first before I paint the shoe strap on top of it. Okay, this is good reference. Did you watch House of Dragon season one, episode one? No, not yet. Not yet. Did you watch it? Was it good? Or is it going to, does it look like it will be good? I think you can always tell from episode one of any show. Nalaru, good morning. 2, 3, 4. Let me give her an extra two. Okay, it's like GOT Origins. Okay. Yeah, I heard that it's going to be a spin-off. Okay, but yeah, it makes sense that they will talk about the past of that world. But yeah, I might get into it eventually. Um, I'm just close to a very uh, busy period now. So I know everybody was really happy about it over the weekend. I I saw a lot of buzz about it online. All right, so I'm wrapping up for today, guys. First of all, I don't think I've thanked everybody enough for showing up for today, so really appreciate it. Um, Tomorrow, I'll just continue on Photoshop and we'll focus more on the environments. Um, and most likely, of course, yeah, so most likely, of course, I'll have to finish this off camera. But yeah, I really appreciate you guys. So thanks for coming. And we'll resume again tomorrow by 8 a.m. GMT plus one. So yeah, I really appreciate it. Have a good day, everyone. Enjoy yourself. Take care.